was Dhyana, which is limb 7 of the 8 limbs of yoga. So if this is the first time joining me, the idea is I want to give you a tool that will assist during the week that is energetically aligned. And this week, limb 7 of the 8 limbs of yoga is one of the most appropriate ones to do. So Dhyana is meditation. Or Dhyana, sorry. Dhyana is meditation. Sustained receptive awareness. It's not concentration. That was Dhyana we talked about before. And then I'm going to hide that. That was a rude comment. I got distracted. Okay.
Are you over your distraction?
In a moment. Okay. There we go. Go back into that. So survival tool is the Dhyana, which is that meditation, that awareness, and a sustained receptive awareness. So right there, we're going right back. I'm going to sustain my awareness after getting distracted by a troll, right? So it's not concentration. That was Dhyana, which we've talked about before, and we'll probably use again. But Dhyana is what happens when concentration dissolves into flow. So Neptune is one of the 4 basket planets, which is highlighted this week. And it is the one that goes into the exact basket alignment under the Uranus sextile. So Neptune is a harmonic opening of the Neptunian channel. So you can't force your way through this activation. So we can't force our way through. We have to be open to it. We have to receive it. And so using the meditation in this limb will assist us in being open and at least giving ourselves those moments to be open to hearing the information and just clearing our minds. Because this week asks us to be still and deep enough to allow what's arriving to land.
Okay, so why Dhyana this week specifically?
Well, because Mercury is still in retrograde. So our inner world can be way louder than the outer world. And so this meets the retrograde where it's at. And then with the new moon under that 22 numerology, that's a deepest possible intention. So it's not a list of goals, it's a single seed. And you find that seed through stillness, through quieting, and even those just micro moments where your mind stops wandering, right? And then on the 15th, we have Uranus Neptune sextile, which is a collective opening. And we had talked about this, about how this collective opening is going to be important. Where are we going to go collectively? Are we going to be these people that are awful? Like, I feel like the troll, like based on their name, I feel like they should be a nice, decent person, but they're not, right? Are we going to go into that collective of being, and allowing ourselves to continue to fight each other, be a-holes, or are we going to collectively choose to go a better way, right? Like, it's going to be interesting to see what we collectively choose. But the point is with the Dhyana is making us available and open to go through this channel with the most ease and flow, and allowing ourselves to receive any information we need, which we will talk about, because I know we're already seeing and feeling a lot of this energy in our lives already. So being open right now, because the energy, depending on who you are and how your astrology is, will affect you a little differently. It might hit you a few days before, a little bit after, all these energetic alignments. So if you do want to know more about that, do follow us up. We do. Go and join our gold membership, which we'll talk about a little bit later as well. But we're going to get into the practice tonight, and we're going to take a small 2-minute meditation, okay? So I want everybody to make themselves comfortable. Sit up tall. You're going to close your eyes. And we're going to go to that pranayama. We've talked about it. We're going to do 3 deep breaths. So with your eyes closed, sitting tall, take a beautiful deep breath in. Feel the lungs expand through the front, the sides, the back of the body. And then gently let the breath go. We're going to do it 2 more times, another beautiful deep breath in. So while your eyes are closed, imagine and intend the breath goes through the front of the body, through the sides of the body, into the back of the body. And then you gently let the breath go and the lungs gently deflate. 1 more breath, just intending to get still. Breathe in, bring all the awareness into the breath. Feel and notice the breath come into the chest, the sides, into the back of the body. And then letting go, feeling centered and relaxed. Allow the breath to return to its natural pace. And for the next minute or so, all I want you to bring is your awareness to the question, what are you ready to receive? So just keep that focus. If you find your mind wandering over this next minute, bring it back to the question of what are you ready to receive? And just be open. Notice if anything comes up or nothing at all. And for the next minute, we'll bring our focus to that thought and to that question. What is ready to come through me? And take that next breath in. Notice the breath once more. Allow yourself to come back to your body. Take that moment of awareness to notice. Your stillness is not passive. It is the most active way to participate with the energy right now. So, how did that practice feel? What word or image arrived? You can share it, drop it in the chat if you'd like to share it, or just become aware. This is all about noticing, so you can have more moments of space. Any thoughts on how that felt, Mike? Does it seem appropriate? I know you always talk about the breath, and we've talked about it a few times, but any thoughts on how that felt before we move on to our energy for the week?
Breath work, as I've mentioned in the past, it's I have a lot of experience with it. So I got my mind. I'm hoping you're gonna ask. I hope there was not a question before I started the breath work, because then I was able to completely, erase my mind. Not erase my mind. Empty. I emptied my mind, and then I was just focused on the breathing, and then I heard the bell. Then I opened my eyes. I'm like, okay, probably not supposed to open my eyes yet, but it was just like I don't know. I felt like I was in a trance almost.
Well, that means you were getting into that relaxed state, getting yourself into that moment where you are open to receiving. So, and that if it makes you feel good, that is wonderful, because we're getting those moments of just feeling good, aligned. And then every time we do that, which we don't have to do, as we've talked about, these practices don't have to be for hours and hours. They can literally be like we just did, 2 minutes. You do a few breaths, you focus on something. It can be the breath, it can be a question, and then you just let yourself come back to that focus, whether you want to bring it to a question or just the breath, or just see if you can clear the mind, and do that for 2 minutes, right? It just gives you that reset, that relaxation, and especially with this week, allowing you to be open to receive the information that the opportunities, the information, what the divine wants you to receive. So as we go through, let's go right into the day-by-day guidance. Let's jump through the entire week so you've got an idea of what is coming in your week.